Hi guys, welcome to this episode of Pop Culture.
How does it work when you're supposed to have an episode?
You started?
Yes.
Get off the set!
What's
He's even laughing, he wants to be in.
we sell out.
Hi, sis, mommy told you about that, sis.
We still have
He's digging in my man.
Come say hi, look over there, look who's there. RJ, say hi.
I hate when parents are like, say hi, and then they go. He knows how to wave. Hi.
Wave to the camera.
We don't wave to things that are not actually waves. I need to be going somewhere to wave. You need to be leaving to go somewhere. Okay. Are we leaving you alone? We don't just.
Oh,
we don't.
okay.
Yay!
Yay! Wave again.
Welcome to this episode of Pop Culture, and today we're bringing you Thembe, your girl, fresh from Paris.
Is she fresh from Paris?
Is she fresh from Paris?
Is she fresh from Paris?
You saw like the beeps.
Well, I mean, I would if I was here by myself.
This is the intro of the video, so I don't know what's happening.
Thanks, guys, for this episode.
Hi guys, and welcome to this episode of Pop Culture. I know there's probably been 17 intros, but this is the real one. Today, what we're going to be talking about is kind of my recap of the Paris trip that we did with Nike, and to just kind of give you like the other behind the scenes, which are like of some of the stuff that you weren't able to see, and kind of just like my take on it. On the day that we arrived, it was like a lot of free time, but also just kind of like, oh my god, we're in Paris, it's amazing. And then kind of getting the itinerary of what we're gonna do, who we're gonna see, who we're gonna be able to speak to, and just like the events of like the whole trip. What was so amazing was, okay, first of all, Bhengi Semenya. I mean, you know what? You know, these are the small victories,
Were you in first class?
No, of course not. Semenya, MAHLABA. I mean, the gap is not that big when you look at it from the screen, but you know, I've got a lot of work to do to bridge this, you know. Why would you even? It's fine. I thought you were going to be behind the scenes. Okay. So we flew with Casta, we flew with Amanda Dlamini, who you saw in the first video. We flew with Chad, who also works for a soccer publication, and obviously one of the representatives with Nike. It was awesome. When we got to the other side, getting our bags, it was like, give me like, you know, Casta, like it was just a little crazy for me. I was not so starstruck, like mumbling, like, you know when you don't have words and you just like. We both know what's happening. I just saw it to you. So, yeah. But she was really awesome. She was just like, you know, she was already talking about the fact that she was gonna, we landed at like 6 in the morning, but yeah, go 8. We just had like a 10-hour, 11-hour flight, but you want to train in 2 hours. Cool. Yeah, that's why she wins the Olympic gold medals and I sit at home because, yeah. That day, we all went to sightsee and it was like pretty chilled, and then the actual like event started on the next day. So that was when we were gonna have a fashion show. Oh, okay, well. In the thing, you actually don't see that I was in the same room as Naomi Campbell and Virgil Abloh. I mean, these again are the small mercies and virtues, God. Gabon, yes, so good to us. Oh. And Jerry Lorenzo. Yeah, y'all can Google. It's quite a big deal. And Ukel, what's her name? Simone Biles. Yeah, she was in the fashion show with Casta and all the sports stars. Essentially, okay. Cool. I think I'm like losing track, but what was very important, the stuff, so we weren't able to attend everything because obviously there's like multiple things, and maybe in the stream of like the work that you kind of do, there's no need for you to be attending everything. But what was very important for everybody to attend was the fashion show of kind of seeing like kids of like what the World Cup and the sports men are going to be wearing, like, and in the different countries that have made it. And then the journey as to how it got there in terms of like how they changed the designs for the bras and the whole journey of like who did the logo, why, what was the like influence, and excuse me, why they're focusing on women alone excuse me, and to just give them like this time to literally just shine the light on them alone and not have like it's a World Cup and gents and guys, you know. There were past stars that were there, like that were there to like kind of be there to be like, oh my god, this is the first thing of its kind, and like we're so appreciative of the fact that we get to have a moment like this and that it's not the last, you know, so that the momentum like continues. And I think in part of the conversations that you might have not seen, because obviously I didn't get a chance to interview everyone, like the main thing was just like, shit, like thanks, like this is dope, because as much as, you know, you have events or you'll have lines and like clothing ranges that are like so women specific, you don't always you aren't privy all the time to like a whole international, like we're gonna fly people in from around the world to just come and have like this moment for you. So I think that was quite special and big for them. And yeah, and there was another event called Girls Talk where there was Ukasta, Grace, I don't remember the other two ladies, but it was just like they were focusing their conversation on just like how they are women in their different like industries. Grace is coming from a background of like music, Ukasta and this other lady were both sports and like athletics, and another girl had started like a blog and she was talking to Indaba Yobuti. She is Islamic woman, but hijab, and that doesn't mean that she's less Islamic than the next girl, and kind of just speaking in that space of othering when you already are segregated from a larger base of, you know, a community. So I think those conversations were very important in terms of like, we think that just sometimes just because, okay, cool, we've placed you in the box of like you're a woman and this is how it is, there aren't multiple iterations of how a woman can look, want to feel. And so when they were like discussing how they made the kit, they were just talking about the fact that not every woman wants the kit to look fly, or, you know, sometimes they just want functionality, sometimes they want it to be breathable because they sweat a lot, sometimes they want, so all of those iterations and all those suggestions were very important for them to create like a thing and to represent all these different kinds of like women. So yeah, I think it was a really great experience, because yeah, I mean you won. First of all, you don't really get to experience a lot of those things because you always are thinking that they are reserved for certain types of people. So I think for us being able to go there, or myself representing Tina, I was like really like, shit girls, we did that. But also just like, and also just like kudos to us, man, like, because I think a lot of the time we beat ourselves up in terms of thinking that we aren't having the right conversations or the right we're not saying it right, and unfortunately a lot of the time we're not going to be able to, but we know that we want to have the chats. And so being privy to spaces like that, one, how do you have the chat, when do you have the chat, why should we have the chat, who should be brought into the chat to have the actual like conversation. So we're gonna keep trying, we might get it right and wrong, but we are here to tell you that we're just gonna be around for a long time. So yeah, I think the empowerment came from the variety of people I saw there, and what I mean by that is people were doing many different things. Like there were bloggers, there were photographers, there were influencers, there were publications, there were sports stars, and we were all treated like smalegi song. And I think that was like, I think the word is like jarring, because I was sitting next to the editor of I want to say like Vogue Russia or something, but I say Russia. I was like, when she introduced herself, and I was sitting like, and I was like, maybe I should, this is not my right seat. Maybe let me look for my seat, because there's no way that I'm sitting next to. And then Mante was sitting right in front of me, and she was like front row with other like international like influencers, and I'm like, yes, yep, cool. I had to get past the idea that I wasn't supposed to be there, and then sit in that room and be like, yep, the work that you guys do allows you to be in this space. And I think that was empowering for me, that in the small iteration of whatever we're trying to do in South Africa, that in the world nakhona bakhona abanye abafana nathi, and when we're in the room sonke siyafana, because at the end of the day the goal is the same. So that, I think that for me was very empowering. Like, yeah, like we don't have to have a million bands or and for the fact that Nike can see that too, and believe that we could be those people that are supposed to be in that room. I think like that is just like, okay, yeah, it takes you back, and then it propels you to want to keep doing what you're doing, for me. And I wish not just this opportunity, but this opportunity for anybody else that's doing something that they like believe in, just to see Uguti to continue doing what you're doing, to be like, shit, okay, cool, I'm not going in the wrong direction. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the Paris series. If you haven't watched the episode Lega, Nicole, and the one where we were actually with Amanda, please do so, and don't forget to do the most important things: like, share, watch, comment, and subscribe. Guys, I ain't never gonna feel like 10,000. Indaba vele Musan Ubanjalo. Yes, and then do right by us, please. Anyway, bye guys. 3, 2, 1.
We haven't started yet, no, go, but we've got action.
Oh, that's fine.
So
Behind the scenes again. See, yeah, I'm gonna speak there too.
no, we're not giving
No,
this
but when she's gonna count on like 3, 2,
no.
So ready?
You see, they're like,
I'm just going to take
That's
it
what
off.
it is.
Thank you.